wristwatch. As if to say that's not true, I will share one with you now. Watch this interview in parts.
Anything like British culture or American culture. We've just absorbed things from all sorts of other places. So there's nothing wrong with us absorbing more. This is nonsense. If you don't defend your culture, it will disappear. And when people come to a country, they should want to be a part of that country. We are not a hotel. We are not a dormitory just for some people who want to make money and go off. This is our home and we need to look after it. And that means making sure that the people who come to the country are compatible with those beliefs and at the very least do not damage that. I think that means getting more migration from places that are more like-minded, one, but two, making sure that those people who do come to the country, this is far more important, understand that these are the terms that they accept when they want to move to the UK. It's not about bringing the culture from the other place and turning the UK into the place you've just come from. If I wanted to be in Nigeria, I would have moved back to Nigeria. I don't want to recreate Nigeria in the UK. And I think that there are many people who come from countries where they want to recreate what they are familiar with in the UK. That is bad for social cohesion, and it is bad for the very things that made Britain what it is. All of those things which I call, I know you use liberal differently in the US, but there's things that I call liberal values, free speech, equality under the law. People don't understand how special this stuff is. Freedom, that being treated the same no matter who you are, whether you're the poorest person or the richest person, the presumption of innocence, something that's thrown away with cancel culture. We've got to fight these things. And I know what it is like to live in a place that doesn't have these things. So it's very, very precious. And I will die to protect those things. And I don't want the UK being turned into the sort of place that everybody else is running from. Somebody has to defend. We use them to try and destroy us.
Do you trust the British police?
I do. But, remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, I had this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white, I was like, well, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch.
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country. So, people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive. When I was burgled, for example, the police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the person. This is 2004. So 20 years ago, the police did catch criminals. And now we've given them too much to do, in my view. So,
did she lie? The question is, did she lie? Are the Nigerian police not criminals? How many of their videos have you seen where they have robbed people? They have taken people to, ATM and they've robbed them. They have, they've profiled people, young people, because of their hairstyle, because of the way they dress, and not because they want to stop any form of a crime, but it's just a way of profiling them to extort them. And in case if you are being deluded, that you probably feel like she shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't use her own personal experience. But in this country, right, if I feel unsafe, I can run to the police station. I can run to the police. In Nigeria, I can't. And it is from personal experience. And this experience is for all of us. If anybody tells you that they've not had their personal experience with the Nigerian police, maybe they are part of the privileged ones. Let me show you what Nigerian police actually look like. The real rogues. Peace.
Make it a go. Banka or worker. Ko ina babanka ko baje my ko baro banka. Na me dey give 100 naira. I dey look. Go see about look. I don't follow you. 100 naira my own. see, I want if you want to do anything, make you do it. I don't be like you. If you want, what's the problem? I want funny kini kilo ṣe only traffic offense. Want to what? Kilo bẹ ma try láti sọ. Ṣé yọ̀ọ́ lè wá pa mo lè wá pa ṣé mi tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ ṣé o ní o fẹ́ máa lórí kini. Oya action oya. Kilo bẹ ma I don't know for your man though, but I just they call me. The issue where they call me for. I can't reach. I can't see him again with police. I can't ask him. They tell me say traffic offense. I tell me traffic offense. I can't follow it. May you leave the man. They be my member for more year. And more year they say they work. Nobody say no they come here. Can't they collect money on Friday? When they stop it, no. Me I look at how. When they stop my people again, I can't follow it. They talk. The guy don't get money. Don't owe him for somewhere. Collect money from him. That's why I live on my own work. Won't go meet him for the place. I can't reach. I got to make already money right in hand. Even though if it is me, I will not pay anything. I swear to God. Oh, yeah, okay, you can't reach now. You can't. You don't call today for that side. I don't collect ticket 700 today. You don't collect ticket 700. You will still pay for that ticket. You gonna give you. You will pay for the owner of the bike. You gonna give you maybe collect that 100 and take back something. You gonna change it again. How much are the changer? No grip on. Talk the money or the changer. How much are the changer? Egbon.
What did they happen? You know, say
Baba, how much are they don't know me for money? How much are they? You know, they collect money.
I'm a leader.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. How much are the changer? Make it give me. Oh yeah, sorry.
Anything, give it collect or liver. I mean, say liver.
It's useless. Amusu. Yeah, useless Amusu. Do you know the meaning of Amusu? Idiot for Ben. Buy my phone your way. What's your way? I'm No. Now get the full talk. George Boben that I can deal with. You know the loop is. You know the loop is. You for where? You are the rich man. I don't tell you. Give them their money now. Guys, stop this gentleman. Give them my money. People are extorting my road here. Extorting. Give them their money back. Kai, drag your back. Where bring that bag? You're not going. Eh? Kai, give back. Give them back their key. Give us as well for civilians. How much are there any on this road? People are calling. Sorry. Do you know me? Do you know me? Do you know me? Do you know me? Go on, give me that. Do you know me? Do you know me? Do you know me? Do you know me? Do you know Why you causing money on the road? Why causing money on the road? Why?
See, I can give you like a full 1 hour different scenarios of Nigeria police, but it will just be like me repeating things that a lot of you are aware of anyway. So there's no point. Nigeria police. See, that won't still make me vote for Kemi. I won't vote for Kemi's party per se. Like in this UK, share you get. But when you see somebody who tells you the truth about what you have there, stop pointing fingers. Stop pointing. Hey, it was the UK that caused Baba. That's typical Nigerian. Right? You have a system that is currently not working. And we can all agree on that. Abi? So, if we now agree that it's not working, there's a chance that if we genuinely agree, then we can possibly fix it, break it apart, rather than be giving excuses of why it is not working, and we are probably not going to do anything about it. As you just give excuses like it's because of the UK. It's the UK that is are they not the ones that caused it? Are they not? Yeah. Okay. Are they the one keeping it together right now? Are they the one that stopped us from having maybe 1, 2, 3, 10 million people eating the streets? No, they are not. I'm just saying. So yeah, for Kemi and those who have suddenly become the patriotic Nigerians that thinks that by shouting at the top of their lungs to, defend this contraption will then automatically make the contraption better. It won't. It won't. So there's these exchanges that took place. You know, Werewike is demolishing people's houses in Nigeria right now, in Abuja, and he's stealing their lands for himself and his friends. And he's justifying that based on his power to invalidate people's documents, landed property, landed documents, and say, no, your document is invalid. Your document is fake. Then he will take your land, demolish your houses, and share the land to his friends. Now he sent the Fauleche's former PA, 55 years old, Lere Olayinka or so, to arise. And these exchanges took place between himself and Rufai. Now, mind you, we are, man, people turn up this evening. I don't know how that comes by, but it's quite interesting that we have over 2,700 of us on YouTube as we speak, but we only have just 590 people who have actually paid their own offering. That is like the video. That is very poor. I mean, this broadcast is not being watched by what's the record that farm, view farm or something, where they kind of like use a bot to stream your videos. This is not it, right? It's a live broadcast. So that shouldn't be the number of those of you who have come there, right? So if you haven't liked this broadcast on YouTube, please do. You are going to do a great, you'll be doing me a great, good when you like it. So it will make a YouTube to recommend the video to a lot of people that need to see it as well. If you are enjoying it, then share it, okay? Like the broadcast and yeah. So, let's go to the Arise studio where Lere Olayinka versus Rufai Oseni on top these land demolitions in Abuja.
Let me come to you on this. What was the condition in the terms you guys gave them for the regularization of the land in the first place? What conditions? What amount were they meant to pay? I want to hear from the horse's mouth. What were the conditions
Mr. Oseni Rufai, using the word "you guys" on us is insulting.
No, you guys, I mean the FCDA Commission, the minister and all of that, all right? So the FCDA Commission...
Use the correct word.
Please, no, Mr. Lere Olayinka, you can't come here and teach me my job.
I'm coming.
Please, with due respect, I will not come and encroach on your job because you came in here and you said also, you can't come and teach. It's not about age. I'm just asking you questions. Just answer the question, Mr. Olayinka. All right.
I said I am your senior on this job, so I can teach you.
Answer the question. You guys, I'm talking about the FCDA. What were the terms of the contract? Just go ahead, please.
I'm answering your question, and in answering your question, I can also teach you because I am your senior on this job.
I mean, it's not a case of age or seniority here. Just answer the question.
The condition. This is the letter written to that company. This is the letter written to the company, and the conditions are well stated. Pay ground rent, pay this, and I can see the condition as there. You pay.
What are the terms? Can you read it out? Can you read it out? Can you tell us the terms? How much is it in total?
Well, the terms is here. The light, okay, premium on the land, which is 2,330,000. Okay, let me put it this way. Premium on the land.
Do you have a total there? Just tell me the total, Mr. Olayinka. Tell me the total of the amount.
I'm talking about 2.3 million. I'm coming 2.3 million, 11 million, and 43 million. That will amount to like 11 plus 43. That is 54 plus 2. That is about about 57 million. I mean, no, 50, that is about 67 million.
Okay, so you're saying 67 million.
67 million.
Okay, Mr. Olayinka, you're saying it's 67 million they were supposed to pay. I want to also talk to you about, she also made another allegation of a certain Mr. Chinda owning a company that is linked to your boss. What's your clarification on that? I challenged her on that, but I want to get your clarification on that. So, and has that company paid that 67 million?
Let me say this clearly. Assuming but not conceding that company you are talking about belongs to Honorable Chinda. Number one, the question I want to also ask you is that, are we saying that because Nyesom Wike, who is from Rivers State, is a minister of FCT, anyone from Rivers State cannot be allocated land in the FCT? That is one. Are we also saying that because Chinda worked with Wike in the past, like 15, 16, 17 years ago, because of that, if he now needs a land, if a land is vacant and he applies to buy, he cannot be allocated that land? The issue is we are getting too sentimental. There are two issues here. And the first is, I'm coming. Does Polosa have any claim to the land? The answer is no. They don't have any claim to that land. Does the government have right to sell the land?
Let me come to you.
Again, all of this is because Wike has the power to tell you if your land document is genuine or not. And if you claim that your land is genuine, land document is genuine, and Wike says it is not, then there is nothing you can say. And according to these guys, right, all these lands are vacant, even though they have all the documents to back up all these their properties, right? So when Wike cancelled all those documents, invalidated them, and then reallocated them. But for these new people that are going to be the owners of the land, right, for them to take over the land, they will need to demolish all the properties on it. Now that's a Yinka, Larry Olayinka, that worked there with Fauleshe of Ekiti. Now Fauleshe of Ekiti is in court for looting Ekiti State money. So was Larry Olayinka, who was also in court for theft, stealing the properties of Ekiti people when it was just PA to Fauleshe. Now Fauleshe is a friend to Wike, and that's how Mr. Larry Olayinka, Senior Larry Olayinka, at the age of 57, is a social media advisor to Wike, who is also 57. Now here is Fauleshe's brother, again, telling us what is really going down, including the reallocated land, in his words. Listen.
My Abuja people, do you know that the whole Wuse 2, Wuse Zone 4, Wuse this, Wuse that is sitting on 600 hectares of land? I want to ask you now, how many people do you think lives in Wuse 2? From Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4, Zone 6, Wuse Central, Wuse 2, the main Wuse market, all of them are sitting on 600 hectares of land. How many people do you think lives in Wuse 2? We will be more than 200,000. 200,000, nothing less than 200,000 people to 500,000 people say lives in Wuse 2. This present administration, headed by Minister Wike, gave just one family, husband, wife, and children, are the people in that company. Gave one family 508 hectares of land in Usmaniel. No be Bagalada, no be Kujeo, Usman, 508 hectares of land. Many Abuja people, residents, have applied for land over some 20 years ago, some 15 years ago, just a plot, just 800 square meter to build their home. They are still on waiting list. But Wike-led leader in Abuja, they gave out last month, October and November, they gave one person, one company, 508 hectares. It's like you giving the whole Wuse to one family, to one company. It is not for mass housing. No. I keep telling you, mass housing doesn't require right of vote. It is letter of intent. My brother, does it make sense to you and I? If they share that land, over 100,000 people will be smiling home for Christmas right now. It is time for our leaders to start having conscience. What is bad is bad.
Of our greedy leaders. Oh, Thunder, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that you have peace in our nation. Or join them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their adrenaline. Furthermore, our security agents, i.e., the police and
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people are proving people should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus, and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger, because some people will be at indoor. There's no a way to make.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson. This man!
You're going to trust man. Man, hand down. Your eyes will see what your mouth cannot talk.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning. Because you see, by the time they are done, it is just so sad, yeah, that when they are doing all of this, they always have people that their job is to explain it away, is to give excuses for them, then explain it away, trying to make you understand. Like, you know, this thing is very important. They have to do it. Somebody have to, and all of that. And then when they are done, they usually come back later to say, sorry, we lied. I mean, in these same streets, on these streets, we saw those that are called us enemy of Nigeria because of Bokwari, the lifeless mannequin, Mumadu, Bokwari. This guy, these people are destroying this contraption. These guys are this and that. Shut up your mouth. You are enemy of progress. You are enemy of Nigeria. Instead of all of us to come together, Nigeria is so corrupt. We must come together to shake kiniko. They were everywhere. Then Bokwari destroyed everything. And one of these days, one of the guys that was with him, one of those who were with him, came out to tell us that, well, we deceived you. But I'm going to show you that soon. Anyway, Werewike, still on Werewike, is supposed to be a guy that publicly and shamelessly doing what is called the, what do you call that thing again? Anti-party. He is in PDP, he is a minister under Tifnumbu. However, he is also working ensuring that PDP will never have the capacity to challenge